What's up, you guys? It's Lavender. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Welcome back. It's good to see you. Today, I've just been having this on my mind, and I'm probably going to rant a little bit, and I'm also going to show you another side of my personality. So, growing up as a Jehovah's Witness, I guess I'm going to start titling these Tales of a Jehovah's Witness Upbringing. So growing up in grade school, we were in a congregation that was very cliquish and very into appearances. And I was not popular in my congregation. I know that's hard to tell, right? So I did not fit in with the normal white people. I was rejected by white people because I didn't know how to dress, so my mother dressed me, and it was of course her style, and I didn't have a style. I didn't know what I liked. I didn't know how to do makeup. I had no idea how to do my hair, so I have extremely thick curly hair, and I know you can't really tell because I keep my hair short now, and I flat iron it and bleach it, and I've done all this stuff with my hair, so you really can't tell. But if you've seen any videos of my daughter, like if you've seen her hair, Miss Lioness, that is how my hair looked. And when I was little, my mother, bless her heart, did not know how to fix bushy, coarse, curly hair. So she did what any mom would do, which is brush it out, which only frizzed it up and put it up in a ponytail or a bun or something. But not a cute messy bun. It was like an old woman bun, and I'm like in elementary school. So my people never accepted me in the Kingdom Hall, while my older sister, who has always been very beautiful, stylish, cute, thin, and she still is. She's a very beautiful lady. I love her to death. So she was very popular with the people in our hall, and I was the complete opposite. So I never really fit in anywhere. And I would go to school and I would get bullied on the daily because I didn't salute the flag or celebrate holidays. I didn't have friends, and if I did, they were just acquaintances. I was the one that really didn't have a set of friends and didn't know where to sit in the cafeteria, and would kind of like try to get a little friend here and then try to sit with their group, but all the people in the group, it was obvious that they didn't want me to be there, but that was me, and that's just who I was. I can own that now. I've accepted it. I've moved on, and I know that's not me now. But anyways, back to my tale. So I would get bullied at school, and then we would go to the Kingdom Halls, and no one would talk to me. So I got used to being alone, and I internalized everything. So once I was in maybe 5th or 6th grade, we moved Kingdom Halls, or we switched congregations, same Kingdom Hall, different congregation, and that is where I met my very first best friends. And they were black. They were 3 sisters, and they just, received me in with open arms. They accepted me for me, you know, goofiness and frumpiness and all. And that's what kind of started me having, most of my friends were black. I mean, there's no other way to say it. Most of my friends growing up were black. I could not relate to my own people because my own people didn't accept me because I was different. I wasn't preppy. I wasn't thin. You know, I couldn't do my makeup. I just was frumpy. I was a frumpy white girl and thick. You know, I just never fit in. You know, my people did not like me. So from then on, I started hanging around with black people. And they're funny. They are, they're just, you know, they make fun of you here and there, but it's not insults. It's just, you know, like, you're gonna get roasted, you know, and I'm cool with that. You know, I can laugh at myself. So mind you, you know, anyone I dated when I became that age, you know, they were always, you know, black, because black men were the only ones that really liked thick girls. I don't know, like white men were never attracted to me. And I'm the kind of person that says, okay, well, if you're not attracted to me, then forget you, moving on. And, you know, bottom line, I just fit in better with people that were not my same color. You know, it is what it is. So, moving on, having the rejection from the people in the congregation, my own people, and being bullied at school, and this was all through, you know, kindergarten through 8th grade. After 8th grade, my parents put me in homeschool for high school because that was the popular thing to do in at least my congregation. So I was more than happy to go to homeschool because I didn't want to get bullied anymore. I never would tell my parents that I was being bullied, but, you know, because I learned to internalize everything. But I was getting bullied. Oh, you're so fat. You know, you're so ugly. I don't know why so-and-so likes you because you're so ugly. And anytime any boy had a crush on me, there was always a girl that was, I guess they liked this person, this guy, and, you know, so they would always tell me, you know, you're so ugly, you're so fat, why does he like you? I don't know why he likes you, you know, just whatever. So I was rejected throughout my life. That's just how my life started. That's just who I was. That's my truth. That's what happened to me. And this kind of created maybe 3 different personalities. I was very amiable. I could adjust to whoever I was around. If I was around, you know, my friends, I obviously adopt things that they do, like this. And I'm sorry, I do this. I do this regularly. I have hand gestures. I have nails. I have finger waves. I wear hoop earrings. Like, that's just, that just feels like me. And let me tell you, I have people in my life today that tell me I look ghetto, that, you know, for a while I was, you know, like fitting in the Woodlands, which is like a predominantly white area. It's kind of ritzy. And then, you know, they tell me, you know, for a while you were like, you know, the Woodlands, but now you're back, you know, you're ghetto. And for some reason, people feel like it's okay to tell me this. I mean, if you say it once, like, I get it, you know, you could be kidding. But if you keep saying it over and over when I'm around you, you know, you're feeling some type of way. And if I don't feel good after being around you, then guess what? I don't want to be around you. That's just how it is. You don't have to call me ghetto. I am who I am. And, you know, that's just how I developed. And I'm cool with that. And if they're not, then you know what? There's the door. I don't have to hang around you. I still love you, but I don't have to hang around you. So there. It just feels like me. And this is how I feel comfortable. But then I have my professional image. And when I go to work, I speak very well. And how can I help you? Thank you so much for coming by. What can I do for you? I've learned to adjust. So now I'm just trying to be me. What is my point? I have, now that I am a Christian and learning how to defend myself and loving myself enough to stand up for myself and take care of myself. I used to stay quiet. I was always run over, made fun of. You know, I did not know how to stick up for myself. So, you know, you go through a process when you're finding yourself, I guess. So once you realize that, hey, I need to take care of myself. I need to stand up for myself. You get to a point when you get so run over and taken advantage of and rejected to the point where, you know, you just, something inside of you snaps and you just can't handle it anymore. And you just can't take it anymore. You know, I mean, this continued on even when I started working. I started working in offices. I've been working in an office since I was 16 years old. And bosses would take advantage of me. They would make fun of me in front of other employees. You know, they would yell at me. I have been yelled to, lied to, made fun of, accused of lying, like, and I never stood up for myself because I didn't know how. And I did not respect myself enough to let them know, you're not going to speak to me that way. And this is not going to happen. So when that, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, but when that something inside of you snaps, you know, I tend to, I just don't even know how to explain it to you guys. Like, I can't handle it anymore. So, needless to say, I do have some anger issues. Anytime I get triggered, I tend to black out. And I've never physically fought anybody. Like, I don't think I would ever be able to do that. I'm a lover, I'm not a fighter, but I do bark. And I have blacked out to where when I remember going off on someone and I don't remember what I say. And afterwards, like, my adrenaline is rushing. My hands are shaking. Like, it takes me a good 30 minutes to calm down and, you know, get back to me. Get back to my sweet Amy. So, needless to say, this is something that God is working on in me. Um, I have snapped and lost my temper at work 3 times. Mind you, 2 of these times were before I became a Christian. One of the times happened after I became a Christian, which, now I do feel bad. I feel like I wish that I could have handled the situation better. I meant what I said, but I should have handled that better. I should have said it differently. I shouldn't have raised my voice and caused a scene and embarrassed this person. Even if they did deserve it, I should not be handling things that way. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So when I tend to feel rejected, or if I feel like I'm being taken advantage of, or if I feel like I am being bullied, if I spend time with you, and when I'm done spending time with you, I don't feel good about myself, I don't feel good, period, there's something wrong there. And I will tell you that ever since I was little, for some reason, I have always been able to sense how somebody else feels. I don't, my spirit picks up on it. I can feel someone's vibe. I can feel someone's feelings, if they're feeling some type of way, or if they are in a bad mood, if it's towards me or not. I can feel it. I sense it. I read people really well, and now I've honed in on it, and I know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I know how to handle it. And when I was little or younger and a young adult, I didn't know what it was, but my spirit would feel some type of way before my mind knew what it was. Like somebody would tell me something, and I would get angry on the inside, but I didn't know why I was angry, and I didn't know how to process my feelings. And now that I do know, I am able to read people very well. I can read your body language, your eye contact, your tone when you're speaking to me. I can feel that. I don't know how else to say it. I just feel it when somebody is trying to try me. I can just feel it. Even if they're being kind and laughing and smiling, I can see what they're doing. And I get to a point where I don't stoop to their level. If you have something to say, go ahead and say it. I will call them out and say, do you have something to say? Is there something wrong with your throat? Like, is there a frog in your throat? What's going on? I don't just ignore it. And for some reason, I don't know why, but there are so many people that just don't like me. Maybe because now I am a very happy person and I'm secure in myself. I love myself. I love my life. I love my family. I love God. Like, I try to treat people how they would want to be treated, but sometimes things happen. People who are not happy in their own lives, they try to take it out on me, and they want other people to feel how they feel. But I'm sorry, I don't receive that. I don't receive that anymore. I will pray for you, but that's not my problem. That's your problem. And I'm not going to you're not going to put your bad vibe on me. I am free in Jesus' name, and the Holy Spirit lives in here. And that is where my joy comes from. I don't allow people to push their bad vibes on me. I mean, if you want to clear your conscience, you need to make that a matter of prayer. You can't see somebody else being happy and just hate on them and just decide that you want to ruin their happiness because you're unhappy. I want everybody to be happy because that's how I feel and it feels really good. But sometimes people trigger me where I do black out and I don't remember what I say. I do not have control of my words. That's I mean, I don't know, that it is what it is. It happens, I'm praying about it. God is working with me. And nowadays, if I feel that storm brewing, it's almost like it starts in my gut and it works its way up my esophagus. And when I feel it up here, then I know that I need to do some damage control. I need to step outside and I need to say a prayer and I need to take a deep breath. And I need to remove myself from the situation because I know me and I know what's about to happen and I don't want people to see me that way. I don't want this. So, I have a good friend. She is actually one of the people who helped lead me to Christ in 2017. And since then, we have become really close. And she can see it on my face. She actually calls me Stormy because I can't hide it on my face and my eyes, my facial expressions. When I come in the morning, if she knows, she can tell when I'm struggling because she can see it on my face, and she will help me. She will pray with me. She will just help me work through it. She knows because she's been there. And we bonded and we're really cool. We're really close. So she can always tell when a storm is brewing on the inside. That's why she calls me Stormy, because she knows when the storm, it could come out. It could be stormy and raining and lightning and thunder and hurricane that day, if I don't get it under control. When Jehovah's Witnesses comment on my videos, I want them to see my videos. I want them to hear the message of Christ. I want them to be able to see God in me. And sometimes when they don't have a leg to stand on, they tend to hit below the belt. We all know this in the XJW community. We all know what they do. We all know what they're about. When they lose the battle, they want to hit below the belt, and that's just how it is. Hey. So that's just something that it goes with the territory, and sometimes I can't comment because I know how I am and I know how they are. And if you want to be stubborn and not hear the message, first of all, there's obviously something in your life, in your Jehovah's Witness life, that has caused you to have doubt about your religion. And that's why you're on YouTube watching XJW videos. I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, if you don't want to be honest with yourself, that's fine, but that's not my problem. So if you did not have some kind of doubt somewhere in there, then you wouldn't be on searching up or watching these XJW YouTube videos. I mean, you ain't supposed to. You're not supposed to listen to apostate material or read apostate material or watch or listen to, talk to apostates, right? But you choose, for whatever reason, to come on and watch just to see, what it's about. But then what happens is, at least my opinion of what happens is, when they see a video or watch a video of somebody talking about the religion or the governing body, you get defensive and you get upset. And your training as a Jehovah's Witness, those cult tactics, #cult tactics, they kick in. And those radars that they gave you, that they taught you to bloop, build up like that, those spidey senses that you guys have for the governing body, for the men that you serve, you know, they go up. And you guys get offended, and then you start rambling on and putting these long comments and these long paragraphs on people's videos. And then, you know, you talk about things that don't even make sense. And then you want to defend somebody who is lying to you to your face. It's like a woman who is being abused by her husband, and she doesn't really realize it. Maybe he's manipulating her emotionally or mentally, and when somebody calls him out, and she, the victim, defends him. She defends him, and she doesn't even realize what's happening. She doesn't realize that, honey, honey, you are being abused. You are being abused by your abuser, and you're defending it. Wake up. Those spidey senses, those radars up here, break them off. Break them off, and just, you know, take it with a grain of salt. If you don't like what we have to say, you don't have to watch. That's okay. I mean, my feelings are not hurt. I want you to watch because I want you to be free of those watchtower chains like I'm free. There's nothing like it in the world. There's nothing like that in the world. There's no kind of joy, no kind of happiness, nothing. There's nothing like the love of God in your life. And I know as a Jehovah's Witness that you think that you have it, because I was a Jehovah's Witness and I thought that I had it. But that is the reason why I was not in tune with my spirit. Like I said earlier, my spirit could pick up on somebody doing me wrong before my mind did. And I didn't know what it was. I didn't understand, because I was taught that we don't have a spirit, that we're just flesh. But now that I know that I have a spirit, I recognize when my spirit picks up on something that maybe my mind hasn't yet. Something, you know, you get a vibe, something makes you uneasy, something makes you uncomfortable. Guess what? I'm going to remove myself from the situation, because I would rather not to say anything to you or talk to you than for us to get in a conversation or hang out and either me going off on you and you feel bad, or me not saying anything and I feel bad. So let's just skip all that and let's just not hang out. You know, you need to do some soul searching and figure out what's going on with you, because I don't want to associate myself at this point in my life. I don't want to associate myself with people that are going to pull me down and not build me up. I want to build you up, but I can't do that if you're in denial and you're sticking up for your abuser. If you're defending your abuser, I can't help you. Like, it has to be you. You have to be the one to recognize that there is a problem. You know, I can't do anything. I can show you, but it's up to you if what you want to believe, you know. But all I'm saying is, sometimes I can be a little crazy, you know. Maybe that's just from the abuse I suffered from school and from the Kingdom Hall, you know. Because JWs are petty. I'm sorry, but they're petty, they're judgmental, and whatever they accuse you of, it's something that they're doing themselves. Even in these comments, you know, of accusing me of being unhappy, you know, no, honey, that's you. Whatever's coming out of your mouth, that's how you feel about yourself. You're speaking how you feel about yourself, not me. Because I speak on YouTube. And some people want to say that I'm just doing this because I'm trying to get famous on YouTube. And hello, while I am proud of the subscribers that I have, you know, I'm a nobody. I am nobody. Who am I? I'm nobody. I am just a former Jehovah's Witness who became a Christian, who believes in Jesus Christ, and have been finally taught the real truth about the Bible, and I just want to spread that to everybody because it feels really good. It feels really good to be free. So, you'll hear my son, he said, amen. So anyways, I just wanted to share that. I felt like I needed to let that out. I love you guys, and I try to be a Christian at all times, but you know, sometimes I do slip because I'm imperfect, and God is working in all of us, right? He's working in all of us, and it just so happens that one of my thorns in the flesh is my anger. And you know, God is working with me. It's going to get better. It has gotten better, but it's going to continue to get better. Because now that I can recognize it and admit it, like I know that I can work on it, and God can help me work on it, and it is what it is. But just know, and the small circle of people that I have in my life can tell you I'm not the same person that I was. And if you try me, I'm going to give you some truth that maybe you don't want to hear, because you think that I'm the old Amy who was a pushover, and that's not me anymore. And you may not like what I have to hear. There have been very close people in my life that have told me, and you know, hey, just, you know, admit to it. Let's talk about it. We can hash it out. Like, you know, we'll get over it. We'll move on, and you know, let's just do that. You know, just let's just hash it out, talk it out, like, and move on. Like, that's it. So, all right, you guys. Sorry I went on for quite a while, but I just had to get that out. I felt like, you know, ranting. So I will talk to you guys soon. Love ya.